It's crunch time here on The Jump. All right, guys, for the first time in more than 3 months, NBA point spreads are back on the board at Las Vegas sportsbooks. The big Clippers-Lakers game, scheduled for July 30th, opened at a pick'em over the weekend. A senior odds maker at Caesars told ESPN's David Purdom, quote, "We don't know who's in shape. We don't know what players are going to ball out or bail out. You just don't have a lot of things to throw in there," which is amazing. Paul, would you have any confidence betting on games right now?
Absolutely not. Like you said, I don't know who's going to get hurt. I don't know who's going to be in the bubble, out the bubble at this point. If the line is set today, I don't know what to do. Not that I never betted on an NBA game, and I definitely would, especially not today, especially with all the things that's going on. It's too unpredictable. I don't know who's in, who's out.
I love that they basically set the line at Pick'em and said, we don't know who's going to win, just give us your money. All right, let's talk about Dame time, because he is going virtual as the Blazers star guard named today as the first cover athlete for NBA 2K21. There's going to be 3 cover athletes this year, so Dame will be in elite company. Paul, as a former video game cover athlete yourself 18 years ago, what does this honor mean for Lillard?
Man, that's the ultimate feeling. You know you made it if you're on a video game, because you know millions of kids around the world are going to buy that game and with you on the cover. It's an awesome feeling. I mean, you've reached superstar status once you become on the cover of a video game. I still have the cover of my NBA Drive in my trophy case today.
Lillard's made it, right, Brian?
Yep. Yeah, Paul had that nice mid-range game even in the video games. Now, I'm not a gamer today, but if I was, I would pick Damian Lillard to play with because he must be awesome. I'll bet he's got range out to 35 feet. I'd love to play with him on any game.
Absolutely. All right, the NBA and its franchises are starting to reveal more actions this week in support of players and the community. In Atlanta, the Hawks and Fulton County are turning State Farm Arena into Georgia's largest ever polling station for both the state's runoff election on August 11th and the general election in November. This is so huge. Remember the long lines of people being forced to wait hours to vote in Atlanta? This idea was developed by head coach Lloyd Pierce, CEO Steve Koonin, and the majority owner Anthony Ressler. This is really impressive. Plus, Ramona Shelburne and Zach Lowe are reporting the NBA and the Players Association are all planning to paint Black Lives Matter on all courts when play resumes in Orlando next month. The WNBA also discussing doing the same when they return to play. Paul, what is the significance to you of seeing Black Lives Matter on an NBA court?
It just shows, you know, the willingness of the league, Adam Silver, of tackling social injustice issues head on first and allowing the league, the players, to voice their opinion. Putting the Black Lives Matter on the center court is amazing. And players had the question, how are we going to be able to express our social issues when we come back into the bubble of the NBA? Here is one way. Every night that you play on this court, you will see the wording, Black Lives Matter. Guys are going to have T-shirts that say certain things about their social injustice differences, stuff with their shoes, what they wear into the arena. This is amazing. I'm glad that David Stern is the pioneer in all of this for all leagues to watch.
Yeah, I think the messaging obviously is very important here, but the action is really what's going to create serious change. And the action that the Hawks organization and the officials in Fulton County, Georgia took is exactly what these guys are hoping the messaging leads to. We've seen LeBron James and several other current players like Draymond Green and even our colleague here, Kendrick Perkins, focus on voting issues and dealing with potential voter suppression. And this is exactly the type of things that they're hoping what is said and displayed in Orlando leads to. It's a tremendous step, and I expect the players to continue to push for these types of things, whether or not it happens in the bubble, on their social media accounts, or after the season.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about this a little bit on the show yesterday. You don't want just the symbols to happen, right? You don't want just the painting of the court. You need action. You need things like more voting polls opened in players for African-American communities. You need those kinds of real things happening. But the symbols do matter some, and we know that they matter because the people on the other side who want to hold on to things like the Confederate flag or some of those statues are fighting so hard to hold on to them. And I think when, Paul, the NBA paints Black Lives Matter on the court, doesn't it just make it clear to you this is who we stand with?
Absolutely. I mean, like I said, I continue to take my hat off to Adam Silver just for allowing these things to happen. They're tackling it head on. You know, they're using their platform. The players have this huge platform moving forward for the next 3 months. I applaud this greatly.